Hi guys, and welcome to the Rocket League Replays YouTube channel. Today, we want to present the video replay of the match between OG Esports and Spacestation Gaming during the Rocket League World Championship 2024. Don't forget to subscribe and put a like. Enjoy.
Get through to game number one.
Manfield Night, the backdrop. Iconic as ever for our opening game here as we round out the 0-1s. Game one, brought to you by Progressive as Space Station Gaming and OG Esports do battle. Yes, 1 foot out the door if you come up short here. The urgency absolutely must be there as we see Naps and Chicago go head to head. And if you're a little sentimentalist as I am, it hurts a little bit watching them do battle knowing what's at stake here.
Opposite side of that, though, is just how well these players have done since moving on to keep themselves going, because it's so difficult to stay at the top level of Rocket League. Yes, people can meme around, but the fact that players make it here is unbelievable. The amount of work and effort that goes into that. Com now has to trek back. LJ, he's waiting for the pass, couldn't get to it. Chicago spotted the danger, got rid of it.
Be kind of almost a clash of styles here because you know how physical OG can be. They've changed that up just a little bit as the season has gone on. Com has taken on more of an offensive role. He's almost kind of had a virtuoso-esque trajectory where, okay, he's known for his demos, and then he's suddenly, all of a sudden he's putting the ball in the back of the net a little more often, and you're like, okay, now we've got another threat we have to deal with, and that served OG very well.
Com with the opportunity this weekend for his first crowd matches since second time we went to London, just over 2 years ago. Will he be going into it for a very long day on Friday, or can he just cut that down a little bit more? LJ over the top of Nolly. He can keep that one going. There's no more boost available, but in comes Hoxer, and he's going to need a little bit more sauce the next time he takes that.
Going back to talking about Chicago and J-Naps, you know, it was a year ago at Karmine versus the World, KCX3, where you know, they had the last dance for Chicago's Bulls, as they put it. And it's amazing to think a year later, adversaries on the world stage, granted in the Swiss Abyss for now, not out on the main stage, as Chicago will scramble back in time. Now LJ looking for Chicago, nothing there. And nothing else for SSG. I mean, neither team has particularly been threatening in this first half of game one. J-Naps has to range back and barely got that as it sailed high over the bar.
Yeah, the Heat Seeker just gonna test him. Not necessarily expecting to score from those, but if you can just get a bad touch from the defender, then you are all in on the offense. J-Naps passed it reasonably well. Hoxer, nice fake out on the first touch. Didn't allow J-Naps to take it off him. J-Naps responds in kind by getting rid of his car entirely. Now Nolly pre-jump backboard. LJ's got that scouted quite a while ago.
Waiting for somebody to just blink. I mean, you're going to have it come down to somebody making a pre-jump, somebody taking that first risk. And whether it works out or not, you have to imagine the first goal will come from one side or the other. Double tap, just try to drop that down, and there was nobody in support.
You brought up earlier on just how many of these players have played on teams with each other, and we are seeing it in a game like this one, where nobody's shocked by any of the offense coming forward. It's not been bad offense, it's just when you've been playing with people all the time, you know what the tendencies are. LJ looking to try and beat the wild card flip, reset to Chicago, and Com gets there. Both teams trying, neither team able to break across the line.
Just waiting for that first high-quality chance. I mean, again, you've seen the ball get close. No secrets from either of these sides. And this is a game where every game could be a one-goal game. Every game could go to overtime. You could have lengthy overtimes built up over the course of this series. Of course, everything could just be 1-0. I'm sure you would like that, Shogi.
We will get there. I've already had my heart broken once this weekend. Here is Chicago with Hoxer. Again, oh, that's an own goal. Well, we were wondering what it was going to be for the surprise. The surprise is the misread from the defender. Nolly knew he had to get there before Hoxer, but Chicago kept on following it.
That's happened a lot this week already. What a gift for Chicago with a minute to go. Playing his 100th World Championship game. Just gets a gift wrap. And that's how SSG get the opening goal. And if now, of course, you can almost sit on that.
Gen.G plays the ball out, and yeah, now Spacestation going to be very difficult to break down. 40 seconds. OG have got to find something big. First things first, they've got to get this ball out there inside the field, and the spread of the players isn't favoring them for that. Hoxer trying to style, double commit to try and get to that ball. Good challenge though from Com. They needed that. Nolly has some space. Com goes chasing down for boost. Not much coming from this just yet, but small wins for Oxygen, or for OG. Could very well put them in position. Oh, that's massive though from Chicago.
Oh, almost had it there with the pre-flip as well. Down to 10 seconds though. OG's got to go. Need the ball going the opposite direction it currently is. Down to 3 seconds. Got to get it across. Nolly onto him. No. J-Naps skied up there, and Com's going to have to read this. J-Naps will pressure. Here comes Com. Here's Nolly. It's not going to work out in SSG.
Okay, give me the 1-0, give me a 1-0, and you know what, to top it off a good measure, give me a 1-0. But I'll only go biased for that if this one ends up being a 1-0 for Spacestation. Before then, I'm unbiased. I'm now biased. I'm sorry, everybody at home. This is maybe the worst timing for it possible.
Opening kickoff, 4 seconds in. And J-Naps just got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. LJ goes right over top of him. And it is Spacestation Gaming. So what does that amount to? 2 goals in 1 minute and 4 seconds, and both to take a lead.
Yeah, but only one more goal for the next 14 minutes 53, I reckon.
I don't know about that, the way SSG might be heating up.
I'm expecting an OT in there as well, just to really make me sweat.
Does it really count if it goes to overtime?
Yeah, because if the next one goes to OT, I need OG not to win it.
All right, now, OG would love to get one to the good, just to get on the board. Had that one go in off of Nolly. Love for him to get one into the proper net, just to get his confidence up a little bit. Never seems to be lacking for confidence, to be fair. Got that pass over towards J-Nap, so he's getting chased down, so instead he goes headhunting, and everybody just comes up empty. Finally, Com will just take a shot. It's just off the mark, but he has an open net, and he'll clean up the mess himself.
Well, I'll worry about that stuff later on. For now, Spacestation needs to wonder how on earth they got bamboozled by the post. Hits it. The magic trick puts it away from them. 1-1. OG, with only their second shot of the series, have got it all tied back up.
Well, welcome to the series, OG Esports. Now it's game on. Hoxer trying to factor into this play. Got it back towards Chicago, but he's knocked up into the sky. Now LJ, flip reset to set up Hoxer, and it's blocked out.
Spacestation are looking like they're getting more and more confident here. Realize that not only might they have to pre-jump in order to outpace OG on defense, but they actually feel pretty happy to. Hoxer a little bit too close. Chicago will be unchallenged for all of this. You can really see Hoxer loitering towards that backboard. He did this earlier on with 0 boost. Imagine what he can do with a little bit more than that. But all the offense throughout this series has been Spacestation. They now need to find the goals to go with it. You would imagine the player that we just saw on that ball, LJ, will be the one to provide the opportunities. Oh, that is such a harsh bounce. Up goes Hoxer. Com there just in time.
What can Chicago do here? He might try to take that himself, but not given any quarter at all. OG very quickly onto him. You can see the pace just picking up a little bit now from both these squads. Of course, you really like to see that just as a fan of the game, because listen, 1-0's exciting. 2-1, okay, it's exciting. Give me like a 5-4 game in there somewhere. Give me some old-fashioned Sam Rocket League.
Well, he's going to try and at least play it down to a teammate. OG are very hesitant to pull the trigger. They don't want to ever send that second player forward unless they know they've got that big win. Unfortunately for them, they just haven't had that yet. I feel like it is a little bit hopeful to expect that they will. Gonna have to take some risks. Com treks back yet again with Chicago for company. That pops out to LJ, whose touch he's made it very difficult to follow up on, even more so now that he has lost his car. J-Naps with Com far side. If I've spotted him, you already know the Spacestation has spotted him. And that's just a little bit of my worry here. The ideas are there, but the ideas are lingering for a while. That's a lot quicker. And that time, Space Station couldn't react, just about unable to get to that ball in time.
Now watch out on the counterattack. Now Hoxer have this waterfall down, but swept out by Calm. There is more confidence on the side of SSG, and for good reasons. That shot's gone wide, so yeah, great timing. Shot on here is gonna get through, and Hoxer will break the tie. A team that is 2-1 against OG in the second half of the season now has a 2-1 lead on him.
Yeah, Com's the only one with boost, so he's got to get something on that play. Ended up just chasing the ball around. Out of position by the end, and Space Station 2-1 to the better. Well, this might be a nice position for them to go to. JNabs has got boost, pops the ball up high, and Com has outpaced them. They've gone for it, and Hoxer just lands on the ball. Now trying to counterattack, flicks the ball long. Com goes up, couldn't get the pinch against the backboard. That would have helped out a lot, but they have players in the right positions. And OG, their positioning is so good. I feel like their positioning is for like a couple of paces faster than their play has actually been.
Come up on the final minute. It's got to speed up now for OG. Somebody's got to take a chance. Somebody's got to have a little confidence in their teammates' ability to win a 50. Hoxer had support from LJ behind him.
What a start.
Coming up, boy. SSG went all in with a lead, and they're lucky that JNab pushed that wide because nobody was going to get back for that. Space Station played that exchange at midfield like they were down a goal.
And OG will wonder how on earth they have not got this back to 2 each. You're not going to get many more opportunities like that. 30 seconds on the clock. JNabs with Com to his left-hand side. Chicago spots it, gets there. Hoxer now back up. Nolly is going to try and wait for his opportunity, and Hoxer is not going to make it all that comfortable to pick up on. Com waiting midfield. 10 seconds on the clock. Ceiling for the pinch. Couldn't get there. LJ takes control.
Final countdown, OG's got to move, and that little flip over Nolly is going to make things real tough for OG. Pass. Oh, no shot at all. And Space Station survives another one-goal game.
Their moments, they score them. When OG get their moments, it goes horribly wrong. And it has to change, and it has to change right now.
Well, far be it from me to criticize anybody for missing an empty net. Just put a pin in that. You'll understand what I mean by the end of the week. But man, that one's gonna haunt OG if they can't come back here. Now they must win 3 in a row to fend off SSG. I mean, hey, listen, going down to 0-2, it's not an immediate death sentence when you look at what's gonna be waiting for you in the 3rd round. But you do have a day to kind of stew on it for a bit. And then think about what would be coming in what's likely to be a 4th round.
Oh, that one.
Down in front. Hoxer's there. Space Station's up 1.
But OG really could do about this being 0-3. I'm not necessarily the person to talk to when it comes to seeding, but you want to be towards that top side of the seeding. You want to be the best of those teams in the 0s, 2s at the very least. Yourself easier matchups in the future. Allow yourself to make that run on Friday.
Well, the last thing you want to do is just be a team that looks wounded going into those 0-2 matches, because the last thing you want to give a team like Limitless or Gladiators,
especially Pioneers at the moment.
Yeah, and Pioneers, the way they're going, is any amount of confidence at all.
Pioneers not able to get across the line earlier on, but you don't want to be running into them. LJ looking for the bump. Nolly can't get there. Post is going to help them out, but only for so long. Hoxer makes it 2.
5 goals for SSG in the series, and Hoxer's got 3 of them. Far downski, and it just got across the line before Com could get there. And SSG starting to roll now. And again, with OG having only scored the 1 goal so far in this series, this looks insurmountable. And a clever kickoff from SSG. Can Chicago line it up? No way.
They usually want a step extra on that one. Oh, good touch. LJ had his wits about him to try and get back when he did. That's the follow-up after the fact. It is taking all the sizzle out of this steak. Good challenge there from Com. Get the feeling that they need to do this with a decent chunk of time remaining. You don't want to leave getting this first goal for a minute left. JNabs on the turn. seems like a puppet on strings at the moment from some of these passing plays from Spacestation. In field, Nolly powers it backboard. There's the miss from LJ. Karm drops it to Nolly. Will he play it back? Yes, he will. And again! It's always the pass, and it's been to the same player. They can't finish it off.
How does it happen several times in a row? And then they're going to get punished for it? No, that one's saved away off of LJ. And now Nolly back the other way. But yeah, the passing just has not connected. That shot saved away from the goal line as well. OG have been oh so close, but this is Rocket League and not horseshoes. It's not good enough. Another infield pass. That one connected, but JNAP's hit the crossbar. And OG have been just a tiny bit off, and it's just enough to keep them off the scoreboard.
Oh, the bounce as well. Completely flummoxed Nolly. Gonna still be in position, actually. Couldn't get there in time. LJ on the breakaway to try and put this series away. Just couldn't get enough power on it. 2 minutes on the clock. Play to the far side. Nolly on the chase. Plays for the boost. Now they're going to follow. Shot underneath, through the legs. Chicago can't get there.
Got a little help as well, as JNAPS finally just lines one up. Chicago jumping, anticipating where it's going. Well placed by Uncle Naps. Only the second goal for OG in the series. They need another to at least get themselves in position for overtime.
Oh, here comes Hoxer, looking to try and re-establish. He almost found the bump, but they've got players hitting the post. Next one up, Nolly gets there in time to a com that was just landing on it. Any different timing, that one could have just been on target entirely. JNAPS was pre-jump. Okay, well, I'm not going to question that one too much, because now you've got to get back all the way to your net. You can't afford to let another one go in here, OG, or it might be too much work.
Well, that's another one where ball gets away from SSG just a little bit. A little fortunate that it was off to the side. Oh, Chicago now has that kick right out in front. LJ tracking.
This is brilliant here from Space Station. Just don't overcommit. Chicago, again, the exact same thing. Just take the ball and don't really play it in a dangerous position. If you can get yourself a goal-scoring opportunity, that's lovely. But every air dribble kills so much time off the clock.
Well, the other problem, too, is OG's going to have to make a play, and that means taking a chance. Going in on a play where you might be vulnerable in the back. Nolly tried to force that ball through. JNAP, fake, shot from Karm, slots it bottom right, and we're all tied.
How do you have the confidence to fake that, JNAPS? You're up against the time, you know it's dwindling away, and they still come. I'm leaving it. It's on you. Get us back into this game. OG 2, Space Station 2.
Karm has stepped up as a leader over the past several months on this squad, and he has rewarded that confidence. JNAPS on target again, but this time saved out. Those shots are finding the mark now, and Space Station having to work a little extra to keep them out of the net.
Oh, they're getting each other's way a little bit here. But one thing OG have not lacked for in this game, and the last one, is opportunities.
Oh,
they need to hit that ball. Oh, Karm bails his team out of trouble.
On both ends again, but now here's LJ for the win with 12 seconds.
You don't hit it better than that. You've got Karm, you've got Nolly. Put it through the middle of them and put your team back up by 1. 12 seconds. OG, what response do you have?
Do they have anything up their sleeve on the kickoff? Naps will chase it down. He's got plenty in the tank. Nolly underneath. JNAPS headhunting. Here comes Karm, and it's just wide again by the slimmest of margins. And now Karm has to reset. Got it through one. Hit it where they ain't. JNAPS will do all he can. Needs a teammate. He's got Nolly, but now they've got no hope. And Space Station, it's a sweep for SSG.